Something I've been struggling with is a lot of people have been talking about how they want to end capitalism. They want to address what, all the really like horrific things that, the US government is doing that many other governments are doing. And something I've struggled with is the fact that if there is any significant, huge, major change that people organize, that people do, um, there's a really strong chance that, like, as a domestic violence victim, as a disabled person, like, things are not going to change for me if, people do something like that. Because, like, with the reality of, like, segregation and the fact that there's no movement for desegregation, is that a lot of the people, and a lot of people who consider themselves quote unquote leftist, a lot of the people who want change, um, they are pro segregation. um, they don't care about people with disabilities, and they don't care about victims of domestic violence. A lot of people who are in my situation resort to assisted unaliving, self unaliving, or just self unaliving, without assistance, and that is social unaliving. Trying to avoid the M word there. um, and so I was thinking, if the larger movement is not interested in your needs, what do you do? And I think the answer is to make your own movement, um, even if you're the only person in it. Even if no one is like following your movement, or you know, doing anything about it or working on it or whatever. Just do your own movement. Because I feel like if everyone who is in my situation did their own movement, there would be so many people that it would it would eventually turn into a really large movement. A bunch of all these little mini movements. I think you'd basically find like the exact same things um, in the movement, different movement ideologies. It would basically just all be the same thing, and then that can all be mixed together into one big thing. I will say, like, definitely, like, try try to see if there's an existing movement, and join that first. But if you've already done that, and if you've already tried that and it's just not, really accepting, just do your own thing. I'll like just leave off with a basic description. Um, my movement is the Sustainable Development Goals, which are viewed through a lens of radical leftist and systems thinking. Um, Viewing it through the lens of no one is free until everyone is free. And if there's over 160 sustainable development goals. And so if any of them are harmful, or are something that is, or the goal is like a harm reduction thing that wouldn't really exist if all the other goals were solved, then those, would also be ignored. Because again, like, there's no need to, you know, be malicious compliance about it. Because it's for human rights. Um, the only goal is human rights. So, yeah, that's my movement.